Hey guys, I hope everybody is well. We're going to get some messages for you today. Let's call on our angels, saints, ancestors, and spirit guides into our space for divine messages for our highest and greatest good. We're surrounded in divine white light and love. So it is, and so it will be. All right. I'm sure you guys are sick of seeing my elbow. You see you hear my cat? My cat's on the side. Hi, he's watching. Hello. That is bright. Oh, okay. If we have to. Move it lower it a little bit. There we go. Let's adjust our lighting. All right. Happy holidays to those who are celebrating. Everybody's doing the mad rush. Look at this. Three of Swords, Ace of Wands. Someone's in heartbreak. Okay, someone could feel like their passionate endeavors may have created some sort of abandonment or rejection here. I feel like there's some sort of incoming messages. There could be a passionate new beginning here with somebody new, Two of Cups, or this could be somebody wanting to get back into your energy. They could be dealing with some sort of maybe now they're feeling a bit of righteousness about something. Maybe what they've been through, what they've experienced with the Three of Swords. We'll have to see. All right, Spirit, what's the tea? Help the collective with this message for the highest, greatest good. Take these. Oh, okay. Really? Wow. All right. Three of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Death card. There might have been some sort of commitment here. All right. There could be some sort of like breakup in this. I'm getting like a soul contract. Someone may have entertained someone else. All right, something's come to an end. There's a transition here. All right, so someone is like picking or I'm getting like picking up the pieces after heartbreak, betrayal, and deception. Okay. There was a spiritual lesson with this. I'm getting maybe somebody is having to like take heed. Okay, like Three of Pentacles. Could have something to do with working. I mean, I was getting that commitment energy, Queen of Cups energy. Let's get the fourth card. Two of Cups. There's an ending with this. Okay, so there could have been a soul contract here that ended as a result of, this betrayal and deceit. It could have been something that had some sort of there was an agreement here. Ace of Wands. Yeah, look, and now somebody's out in the cold. All right, maybe somebody was used for their energy and now finds that they've been discarded themselves. I'm getting like maybe there's a bit of like being discarded. This could be you or someone you're dealing with, or someone you used to know is now maybe getting a little taste of their own medicine. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, Ten of Swords. This is brutal. Yeah, this is something that maybe someone didn't see coming. Maybe they didn't believe with the Hierophant. Maybe they don't have a belief system. They don't believe in the divine. Okay. I'm getting like they're going to be a believer soon. Maybe they didn't believe that there was consequences here. The person they thought that they could work with is the one that created some sort of demise. We have the Lovers, the Temperance, and the Ten of Cups. King of Wands. Yeah, with this Lovers energy, I'm getting like more, I'm getting more soul contract. I'm getting more mirrored soul here. I'm getting like divine intervention here. A bit of like turning a difficult situation into a beautiful one. So there's a bit of like alchemy playing out here. 1010 could be significant. That could be an angel number that you're seeing a lot of. There's balance being restored here. Okay, this would be spiritual balance. I often feel that Temperance can be like spiritual justice. Okay, balance being restored in the spiritual realm. I'm getting like angelic presence here. All right, and then I have the divine here, you know. There's, yeah. With the Lovers, I'm getting like, just because you can doesn't mean you should, okay? There might have been something here that went a little too far, and as a result, there's consequences to these choices here, all right? And then with the Lovers talks about choice. It talks about working with your conscience, okay? I'm getting like conscience energy. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Okay. Someone like betrayed their soulmate here. They could just be figuring this out now. Yeah, they could just be figuring this out now. All right. But I'm getting like we have soulmates of all kinds, okay? So whatever this contract was, this agreement, okay, there was something that came out of this. I'm getting like there's the ability to see what might have been hidden or buried. I'm getting like there is something here that talks about somebody's fate. I'm getting third-party energy. I'm also getting just like someone broke your heart. It doesn't even have to be in a third party. Look at the moon coming flying out. So this is quite a bit of illumination here. All right, the moon and the Hermit. The Hermit is like wise counsel, going within, listening to your intuition and the divine guidance that you receive. I feel like there's a lot of shadow energy here with this. And then there's this like knowing, okay, this intuition. So there might be something that had to be brought to the surface so that it could be resolved. Okay, there's something here that maybe was hidden in the shadows and is now coming to the light. Yeah, look at the Five of Cups. Yeah, there was some sort of dynamic here that somebody chose others over, right? This could be friends, this could be work, this could be entertaining other options with the Three of Swords. This can just be preoccupation. This could be a past life issue that's coming up to the surface to be resolved in this lifetime. I'm getting like soul contract here. 5 of Wands. So there's a lot of strife and heaviness and burden in this dynamic. So this could be either like everybody's fighting with one another, arguing, creating chaos and conflict, maybe even working with others. Okay, I'm feeling like they went from the 5 to the 10. So like whatever they thought they were going to manipulate and gain from this only created burdens for them. So I don't know that it really achieved what they wanted to achieve. Like there's energy and shame now. All right, so maybe somebody had some sort of dynamic and there's something that was hidden and secret, and you know, this humiliation potentially here. I was getting that yesterday in my reading, is that there's a bit of like humiliation. So I'm getting like burnt bridges, but this energy still has the opportunity to make it right with themselves by accepting and making positive changes in their life. But I feel like whoever they surround themselves with, they don't want anything good for this person. So that could be part of like the deception here, is that somebody may have thought that like whoever they were working with was on their side and wanted like to help them succeed. But what I'm getting is like that was their, just because you can doesn't mean you should, right? Like these people did not have any positive interest for them, and now they feel ashamed because of what maybe has been done in the shadow, from their shadow. This also can be you, like things coming up for you that you're not super proud about, but you understand that you operated from a place of shadow, and you know, if you didn't experience it, you wouldn't see it or know it, right? So there's an opportunity here to choose differently moving forward. You have like higher awareness now as a result of your experience. So this could be, could be picking up on your energy, or this is something that, you know, is falling out as it relates to those in our collective who we're dealing with being brokenhearted by our past partners, and it was a catalyst for our awakening. So take which one might resonate with you. There's the Tower. Yeah. And then Tower, and then Justice. Yeah, Justice at the bottom of the deck. Knight of Swords. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, someone is trying to I'm getting like keep whatever they can. They could be holding on to things. They may be dealing with like legal issues, court issues. This could be the police. This could be incoming communication about the scales being balanced. I see a star at the bottom of the deck here. So this tells me that like, yeah, they're burdened by this, whatever it is. They're kind of on the outside of the city, so it tells me that they're needing a bit of like separation here from maybe where they live. So they may be refusing to leave, or someone's being forced to leave. What I'm getting, like there could be some sort of authority involved here, authorities. Yeah, and then that's at 5 of Wands again. What's after that? 2 of Wands. All right, so this Tower is coming in because change is needed in this situation, okay? It's like if you're not going to make the choices to change, then we'll do it for you, right? This is a bit of consequence. So I was getting like burnt bridges. There's energy here that is certainly burnt bridges. So this could be you or them. I'm not feeling great, guys, so bear with me. All right, so can you tell me who's in the 3 of Swords? Look, there's a star card at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, Two of Wands. Somebody's wanting to move on from the heartache, betrayal, and deception. So whoever they were dealing with, someone's having to think about what their future is going to be like. Is this in reverse? Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, whatever commitment this is, it is ending. Someone's having to move on from either a work situation, or this could be a commitment, like relationship. I feel like I'm getting like this energy, this group, all right, wanted to sabotage this energy. Okay, so they may have created drama. Yes, what's this over here? Ten of Pentacles, bottom of the deck. I have the Seven of Cups. I have the King of Cups. Upright? No, reverse. King of Cups upright? Reverse. Okay, so these are both reversed. This King of Cups may have put on some sort of like mask. Okay, pretending that they're loving, caring, kind, fatherly, supportive, good person energy, right? Like maybe does good deeds, but the good deeds are self-serving. Okay, it's so that they look good when it comes to like, it's about appearances, it's about fantasies. So there could be someone who's unwell as it relates to living from their shadow, right? Chasing shiny, sparkly things, right? Because this is like entertaining many. Someone could be entertaining many. Yeah. This King of Cups, though, I don't know that they could be dealing with some sort of illness. Okay. Death card. I'm having a hard time accepting. Okay. They're having a hard time accepting the consequences of their actions and their choices. They could be overindulging. They could be doing actual, they could be dealing with like paranormal activity. Okay, so they could be feeling a bit, I'm also getting a lot of substance use. I'm getting a couple different things, guys. So as I rattle them off, if they don't fit, don't take it. Yeah, there's somebody who's been dabbling in the dark arts or entertaining a lot of other people, right? I feel like this could be something that is creating some sort of demise here. There's news about this. This also can talk about someone's immature actions have led to an ending in their life of some kind. This could be phallic in nature. So when I was getting like, they could be entertaining and having like fantasy experiences, living out their earthly desires, if you will. And some of these could be sexual. They could have caught something here. I'm getting somebody caught something. Somebody may not be admitting. I'm also getting like there's a bit of like, you don't often see the King of Cups in reverse, okay? So with that, it's telling me someone who doesn't want to feel emotions, okay? In fact, they want to manipulate others' emotions, right? So that there's some sort of mask, false, I'm getting like false sense of self, all right? So this could be as well as, they're not listening to their intuition, or they're not tapping into their psychic ability to, there could have been energy that tried to keep them confused, right? Not seeing clearly, not able to understand what this dynamic here between the two truly is. So there could have been like spell work to keep somebody like in an illusion, and that could now be reversed, and now this King of Cups is in reverse. So emotionally unstable, unavailable, potentially manipulating others, okay? Heavily in the substance here as well. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so there's something here that somebody did for the sake of gain. Someone maybe took action because they thought, or were, I'm getting their promise some sort of unexpected income. All right. Yeah, Seven of Wands. Needing to have strong boundaries. Look at Earth Angel energy and the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, there's something that's coming to light, and it's you. I'm getting like you're being seen in a light that maybe someone tried to dim before, right? There's this fog, this kind of manipulating of how people perceive. Okay, this is also about perception, okay, how you see things, and everybody has a different way of looking at things. But I feel like maybe you're being viewed as somebody, or someone's being viewed here as somebody who is unaffected by whatever has been happening. Because some of this energy could have been directed at whoever's in this Nine of Pentacles. Or they could have went to a Nine of Pentacles energy thinking that, oh, you know, I'm going to ride their coattails and I'm going to benefit from whatever abundance they have. But the true abundance lies with collective, is really what I'm getting with this. So the Nine of Pentacles plus the Ace is the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, and we just saw the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So it's like the gift and blessing resides with this Nine of Pentacles energy. This is like pre-Empress in the lower arcana. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. So I'm getting this Queen of Cups is the match to the King of Cups. So someone could have been dangling something in front of somebody, like, look at this pretty prize, right? Like, look what I can do for you. Or, you know, it may have had an influence over this King of Cups in reverse. Water sign energy, but doesn't have to be. It could just be like they're heavily in their emotions at this time. I feel like this Queen of Cups, her cup's covered. So what I'm getting with this is like there could have been a bit of like hidden motives, hidden intentions, not willing to be truly vulnerable, like something's covered up. Getting something's covered up. Look at Seven of Swords. So there could have been some sort of wanting to get away with something, or plotting and planning and leaving somebody in a worse position than how you found them, and trying to create endings and all kinds of things. I feel like this Queen of Cups has done a number. This could be why the Justice is here. Like we saw that earlier. The Strength card. There's also something going on with this Leo energy. So we have water sign, we have Pisces, we have Virgo, we have Leo. What else do we got? Yeah. What's going on here? This is about like controlling one's instincts, okay? Not letting somebody's, you know, wild nature get the best of them. All right, so there's a need to maintain balance, right? In the physical and spiritual while you're having a physical experience, right? There's something here that says like like taming the beast within. Someone may have tried to control somebody, right? There was some sort of like control nature here. Control of one's nature here. Eight of Swords. Look at that. The Moon. Oh yeah. This energy feels like they have fallen into some sort of trap. Some sort of bound. Someone's bound. Someone could feel spellbound. Trapped in a situation. Trapped in their head. Possibly facing jail time. Okay, so that could be like they're stuck in a marriage. They're dealing with court issues. They're having difficulty with their mindset. It's kind of like running amok. So this also can be like in fear of the unknown. Like mental anguish here. Look at Five of Pentacles. Yeah. Someone could have gone with someone who has more money, someone who looks like they have more to offer, and that energy could be a Leo. And this Queen of Cups could be leaving somebody behind and abandoning this connection with this energy for somebody else because they want someone who can provide. Kind of like why these two went together is because someone made promises that they didn't intend to keep. And they may have used like money, addictions, to do it. Now they're realizing like this isn't something that is healthy. Like this person's worse off than they were when they began. And so maybe now this Queen of Cups is like, all right, now I'm no longer happy in this situation. I'm going to go find somebody else. Okay, so it could be the Queen of Cups that's doing this or the King of Cups. You know, flip it, switch it. Somebody's cheating on somebody else is what I'm getting. So there's this deception here that like somebody was on their team, but come to find out they were never on their team. They were on their own team. They look out for themselves. Okay? And now someone's finding out the hard way that this person sold them out. This Tower. Someone could be like without a home or feeling abandoned by this person. 5-5 here. They're having to, you know, maybe search for other resources, maybe having a hard time finding a job or a place that, you know, they're a bit in their it's like dark. I'm getting a bit of dark night, but it doesn't have to be a dark night. It can be just not knowing how to find the resources that one needs at this time because they're entrenched in their sadness, their loss, their abandonment. Empress, bottom of the deck. This one, Seven of Pentacles. Whatever somebody built, okay, is what's coming down. So if they invested a lot of time and effort into something, it's literally been worth nothing in the sense of like what they thought it was going to accumulate. So someone may have been, you know, it's like, what do I have to show for it now, right? There might have been 7 Pentacles. Now there's 5. So someone's losing finances, losing stability, losing security, okay, as a result of whatever's been done here. So someone's a bit like reaping what they have sown, okay? So it's like the energy you put out is what they're receiving at this time. Empress energy. All right, so what else is going on with this? Hanged Man and the Four of Cups. Oops, so there's something underneath this. Oh, Five of Wands, Four of Cups, the Hanged Man. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Do you want this one? All right, is this going here? Yeah. Someone may have paid money. Okay. Someone may have said, you know what? I'll pay you to leave your partner or do this or do that. I promise you this and that. All right. And they did it. Someone got duped. Okay, 5. They worked with others to do it. Okay. There's that 3 of Cups. There's that it's almost like false promises, like dealing with other people and it just backfiring, like nothing's really working, nothing's going in this person's favor. They're feeling like everything's against them, like they're removed, okay, or they're needing to be removed from wherever they're dealing with here. All right. I'm getting like somebody might have been, I'm getting someone was like guided in a direction that was unfavorable, guided away from an Empress. Okay. Hanged Man tells me that someone could be awakening at this time to who's really behind everything, who worked with who to do what. So someone could be receiving some sort of information, okay? Here, yeah. There's also and there might have been an offer here, or there's something through acquaintance here that might be illuminating something with the Hanged Man. Someone's needing to gain a new perspective on exactly what all this is, okay? Because there's a lesson being learned here. And so, It's like, what do you really want in life here? Was it worth it in the end? Did you gain what you wanted to gain? What did you really gain from this situation? Someone may find themselves in a very difficult predicament, and they may need someone's help. So this Page of Pentacles is I don't have much, but this is what I have. Who are they coming to? A Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is going to tell them what's up. Yeah. This is strong intuition, strong clarity, able to make decisions, okay, from a higher perspective. There's a lot of messages here. There's a lot of communication here. There's influence with this. Someone may have went to somebody to get advice, paid a reader. Someone who could provide some sort of insight here. Look at. There's a timeout needed. There's someone that needs to remove themselves from whatever group this is that is creating drama and chaos. I feel like, the Sun card is illuminating the fact that the presence of God exists. Whether you want to acknowledge it or not doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And because it exists, whether you believe it or not, right? Yeah, right? There's some energy here that has strong presence of God. And it's almost like they didn't want to believe it because they don't believe. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. All right? Yeah, look at Page of Cups. Yeah, look at Justice now. Wow. Look at Nine of Wands. Yep, someone is realizing who they were dealing with now. Okay, this could have been somebody who sabotaged this person on purpose. Okay, sabotaged a connection with whoever they were in a connection with on purpose. This energy is now realizing, yeah, they were victimized by this energy. They were, in a happy connection, and somebody, dangled the carrot, and boom, right? There's also like, because you can doesn't mean you should, right? So someone was operating from their shadow, making decisions that weren't, in alignment for them. But as it entails here, it's like, I'm getting like crucifixion with this. Like someone could have been through, like the process of like I'm getting like an ego death. Okay, that could have been like with the death card. Is the death card here? Yeah, I'm getting an ego death with this. I have the death card, the King of Cups, and the Hanged Man. So someone's going through an ego death through this process, and it's for the sake of them to get out of their imbalanced energy, their shadow energy, and come to the light. Okay, be awakened. All right, so they could be going through a spiritual awakening. This energy may realize that like you've been through it, and so you may have some insight, some clarity that they could benefit from. They may want to come into your energy, maybe even apologize or have some sort of offering of some kind. I'm getting that their experiences are faded based on the decisions and actions they've taken. So let's see what the energy is about. Like, okay, so the Emperor wants to come out. Here's the Emperor. Okay. This could be like a judge, but it doesn't have to be. A father figure, someone who is meant to lead. Okay, we have Justice here. Yeah. This could be a boss. This could be someone who has some sort of authority. Okay, someone of authority might be involved here. It's like, how did you think this was gonna go? Right. Did you really think this was, your whole plan was gonna work out and you would get away with this? I feel like it's like that. Yeah, look, faded energy, right? Someone having to deal with the choices that they've made as well as the consequences. Like, this wheel turns, right? Depends on which direction it's turning. And it's based on your intentions and actions in this physical reality. Yeah, someone is learning like a really powerful lesson here. There's that Knight of Swords. You could get an incoming message or someone wanting to show up. There could be somebody who's wanting to look into things. Questioning, okay. 8 of Pentacles. King of Swords. More authority energy. This could be a bit like someone has something to say about something. So there could be communication. There could be messages going back and forth. There's something that is being mastered here. There's work here that someone's doing that is Like this is something that is a skill. So there could be something coming in here that someone's being asked to work on, like as a skill. Someone is being seen as skilled, okay? Mastered. Someone mastered something. This also can be the path of self-mastery, okay, as well, because we're at the 8. So maybe there's something that this energy needs to learn and gain through experience that will help them with the 7 of Pentacles get to the 8. All right, but the way that they were trying to get there is not the way that they're going to get there, right? Like, they're like, try again. Yeah. Look at this Knight of Swords clarifying the 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. So there's communication coming in about what the consequences are about this whole situation. And it very much could involve like justice, spiritual or physical jail. What was done in the light is coming. I mean, what was done in the shadow is coming to the light. So there's secrets being revealed of what maybe someone tried to do to somebody that was very unfair and unjust. So when I see the Knight of Swords, this could be like an investigator, the police, some sort of authority here, some sort of communication. I'm getting like there could have been like evidence that something was done multiple times. They may have gone to somebody who was skilled and has some sort of mastery. They may have wanted to create some sort of demise here for somebody, and there could be evidence, proof. All right. There's also a bit of that. What's this King of Swords want to say? Enough's enough, right? Enough's enough. All right. I'm gonna keep going. Okay. Yeah, somebody's trying to hold on to whatever they can. Okay, so they could be like fighting over things when it comes to like dividing up assets or operating from a place of lack. Material, like very focused on like keeping things close to the chest, right? There's something that they're not wanting to release. And it could be this experience. Maybe I'm getting like there's this energy where they don't want to accept the fact that they're losing in this situation. The way in which they're going about things is not bringing any kind of abundance. Their choices are backfiring. Look at Ace of Swords. Yeah, I'm getting like the truth is being revealed about what somebody did from a place of greed. Okay? Place of greed. Ace of Swords is like clarity, insight, truth, something that's bittersweet here. 3 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, they're seeing who this group is. This group may have given them really bad advice. Okay, because they didn't want them to be better off than them. They didn't want them happier than them. They didn't want them successful. They didn't want them to have love. In fact, they wanted them to be in a place of unworthiness because that makes them able to use and abuse them. I feel like there's a lot of partying and indulgence here. So someone may have like listened to this group, whoever this is, and it really affected this person's life, right? The Ace of Swords is, you know, I'll tell you what's up. I'll show you the truth. They could be getting visions. They might be getting like clarity in their dreams. They could be receiving downloads about this 3 of Cups in reverse and what they've been trying to do, okay? Trying to like hold on to someone's energy. Trying to create with someone else's energy. Look at the Empress. The Empress. They're jealous and envious of this Empress. And they use this masculine to try to get to this empress. But this empress is divinely protected. And this empress was a gift to this energy. But they were so preoccupied with the party lifestyle and this group that they fumbled the bag. Look at the star. Upright. Yep. Queen of Swords and the star. Yeah, this is why they're trying to siphon off this Empress's energy, because the Empress here is also the star. A healer, a prophet, a messenger, all right? Someone who has access to divine wisdom and intelligence, all right? Speaks God's truth, all right? There was this juggling energy. Someone, it's like the juggler got juggled. Yeah, there's this bringing things back into balance here. It's like, you know, once you're up, but then you're down, right? We always have ups and downs in life. And it's like how you handle it through that process, right? It's like, who are you as a person when you're going through difficulty? Who are you as a person when you're going through amazing times? It's like that. The Fool. Someone's received some sort of I'm getting clarity, I'm getting freedom, okay, from the situation. Knight of Pentacles. Somebody wants to bring in some sort of oath or offer or something tangible. Someone could be operating from a place of like carefree, fancy-free, unbothered, unaffected by this group who's using somebody to get to you. If you're identifying as the Empress, the World card. All right, the Emperor and the World, and the Strength card and the Hermit. Oh, that's cool. I'm getting like, yeah, this is kind of like when you look at the World card, you see the four in the corner. These are the cardinal signs, and then this represents like a bit of like the cycle of life, okay, as well as like closing out. Something that you came here to experience and learn. So there's like this accomplishment associated with this thing. Something's being integrated, okay? Successful completion. And the Emperor is actually known to be Metatron, right? And he runs the world, okay? And then we have Strength card, Leo, and then we have the Hermit. And so the Hermit is also like, I think of the Hermit as like Hermes or like wise counsel, like Thoth, like illumination, right? So that, you know, we can see what we don't see. And I'm getting a bit of that. Like somebody was very much abusing their personal power. And as a result, like this group had a fun time with that. They're like, sweet, we can do all kinds of stuff with this. So there's something that's been accomplished as it relates to this. So this whole experience, it wasn't for nothing. Okay, it wasn't for nothing. Strong divine presence here. It's like powerful changes, spiritual growth, sudden shift, okay? In this vibration here that's going on. Look, because it does need to shift. It does need to change. You can't go about life trying to take advantage of everybody you come across and then trying to escape without any consequences. That's what needs to change, all right? So all of this was for the sake of change and spiritual growth. Yeah, look at the Chariot. Yeah. Someone will not be moving forward towards completion here until they learn their lesson and they deal with their consequences. All right, so the Chariot is Cancer energy, but it talks about, like, I get a lot of, like, solar plexus energy with the Chariot, so this very much could speak to, like, someone's will to thy, like, God's will, right? Like, my will to thy will. Someone could feel like they're not able to move forward, okay, in a place of empowerment, alignment, integration, and support from the divine, right? There's karmic debt to pay. Ooh, 9 of Cups. Someone's hopes and dreams here. Wish fulfillment. Someone could get in trouble by, I'm getting like someone could get in trouble when it comes to like indulging in substances and driving. All right, so, and I'm getting like police and authority. So don't drink and drive. Okay, don't drink and drive. High Priestess energy at the bottom of the deck. All right. Yeah, I feel like somebody wanted to be seen in some sort of way, and they're going to be seen in some sort of way, but not in the way maybe they hoped. Maybe they're going to be seen in some sort of way that illuminates, you know, who they are and why they did what they did. Like, this could be like on the world stage, but maybe in a, not in the way that they want to be seen, right? It could be seen in like a negative light, as I'm going to put it. I'm just going to leave it at that. So if they wanted to be seen in some sort of limelight or be known for their abundance and they're the man, they're the woman, I feel like they might get the attention, but it may not be the attention that they want. Okay, it's going to be in this limelight, right? Like a shady character, someone who is untrustworthy, someone who's sneaky, someone who's like a snake in the grass. That's how, you know, they may be seen, right? Like, this is how this person operates. They'll do whatever it takes to get what they want, okay? And so they're not being respected, okay, in maybe the way that they think that they should be respected. Yeah, look at Page of Swords. Someone could be watching or investigating, okay, or looking into something. Yeah. There's something about like observing, watching, and looking up. Look at Judgment. Yeah. This is their judgment day. Okay. This is like when you see the angels on the tarot cards, that's a heads up that like the divine is involved. Like, yeah. I mean, someone's needing to do an honest self-evaluation about their life and what they've been doing in their life and, you know, how they handle themselves on the day-to-day and with other people and how they treat people. And, you know, if they're blaming everybody else, well, they only have themselves to blame. So there's a need to kind of look within, okay? I feel like this is a wake-up call, whatever this is, whatever this information is that comes out, maybe about this indulgence here, or, you know, doing whatever it takes to, you know, get what you want kind of energy. I feel like, yeah, I'm getting with the Judgment. This is having to do an honest evaluation, okay? Wheel of Fortune, yeah. I'm getting like case closed. The fate, the wheel of destiny. Change is coming whether you like it or not. All right, and you can't control the wheel, okay? Like the wheel of destiny. It reminds me of the movie. That was called The Dial of Destiny. Yeah, Indiana Jones, if you haven't seen it. But I'm getting like, this could have been fated and destined to happen, or this lesson was, but change is here whether you like it or not. And they could very much feel burdened by this experience. High Priestess. Yeah, look at High Priestess energy. So it's almost like they also abuse their power. All right, so we have two groups here abusing their power, okay? Maybe trying to take advantage of the abilities of a high priestess. Maybe this group worked with a high priestess. We'll see. What do you want to say about the high priestess? Is this like secrets being revealed? Okay, secrets are being revealed about this Three of Cups, this group. Okay, yeah, look at, they could be unwell. They could be dealing with illness, mental, physical, spiritual, emotional illness. Needing to pause, take a time out. I'm getting the star energy is attached to the legacy here. They may have tried to create some sort of ending for a high priestess, is what I'm getting. All right, an empress energy. Yeah. Huh. They may be needing a bit of mercy. They could be wanting to call mercy. Like, remember when you used to shake hands as a kid and you're like, mercy, uncle? Yeah. It's Ten of Pentacles, though. This is generational wealth. This is, you know, taking care of business. Knight of Cups. Six of Wands. Yeah, this is looking really good. Things are looking up for collective here. I feel like there's a beautiful offer coming in and you are going to be riding out into the sunset here. I feel like there's energy that wants to oppose this, of course. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Oh, yeah, somebody wants to prevent an offer from coming in here, right? They want to, you know, tarnish your name, your reputation, how people perceive you. But it doesn't matter because, you know, whatever's coming your way is for you and they don't have any control over it. I feel like they think they have more control than they do. They're learning that they don't have control of shit with the Wheel of Fortune and the Judgment. What they end up doing is they call that into their own reality by putting it out there. They could be learning this lesson, like how energy works. How, yeah, look at, because it's literally burdening them. They're overwhelmed with everything, having a hard time even managing anything in life. So whatever burdens they wished upon you are now their burdens. And you are free and clear. All right, look at Knight of Wands. Yeah, somebody is a player. Someone is trying to defend themselves now for their actions. There's no defense, okay? There's no defense, right? They could be stuck in between, like, right and wrong, their choices in life. Yeah, I'm getting with this player energy. This is, you know, someone rushing, someone not thinking, someone just acting on impulse, okay? And potentially causing some sort of damage as a result of it, okay? There's a need to, like, stand up for what's right here, a bit of righteousness. So they could be finding out a whole lot of information about the group that they were dealing with, which they were a part of, but now I feel like this group has turned on them. All right. And so now they want to bring you this information potentially, but you see this whole situation as a burden. They're a burden, but I'm getting like they may want to like rush towards you to tell you like, hey, this is what's been going on. You know, this is what's happened to me. Someone could no longer be in the physical realm anymore. Okay, so there's that. All right, we have a Queen of Wands. Yeah, they want to spill the beans about a Queen of Wands. All right, there's a Queen of Wands that could be watching, looking you up, obsessed, trolling. All right, maybe even trying or wanting to communicate here. I feel like they watch everything you do. So is this what you want to tell us? That there's energy here that wants to come in and spill the beans about a Queen of Wands and what they experience with this Queen of Wands. It could also be a King of Wands. Okay, so someone out acting from a place of passion. I'm getting passion. Okay, heavily motivated by yeah, I'm getting like heavily motivated by, you know, and I'm surprised this isn't in reverse, to be honest with you, but we'll keep it. Yeah, I feel like somebody wants to, I'm getting like spin the story. There's like a whole narrative here. There's a whole like, yeah, then there's that Ace of Wands. Look at Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm getting like somebody wants to expose somebody for what they were doing, giving to other people. All right, so let's say. Yeah, look at Seven of Swords coming out. Yeah, somebody wants to have some passionate new beginning with somebody, I'm getting. But they have weird behavior, like they're trickery. They're a trickster. They may need a handout. They may want a handout. Okay. Yeah, there's that King of Wands. Nine of Swords. Yeah, someone's haunted by the memories of what's been done here. So a King of Wands could be unwell as well. Like, they could be leaving a fire sign, wanting to head towards someone who helps others or is giving to others. Like there's something about like giving to others something while someone is kind of left out. So I'm getting like maybe someone's wanting to leave a dynamic with somebody because they're giving to someone else on the side, and it has something to do with like passion. So this could be masculine and masculine. This could be feminine and feminine. But I am getting a bit of like, this King of Wands could be associated with this Queen of Wands. And I don't know. You guys know your situations here. But I feel like whatever they're conjuring up is a mess. All right. Magician in reverse. Yeah. This is someone who's disempowered, using their powers to harm, right? Like many of us who are tapped in, we operate by the creative do no harm. I would say that's not the case here. Like someone was offering their cup of love, but it was not from a place of like creation. It was from a place of like harm. Abuse of power, I'm getting with the Magician in reverse. Someone is freaked the fuck out because they know what they did and that shit's coming right back. That's what I'm getting. This is all starting to appear in their reality. Like they may have like conjured up some entities and now they're being haunted by these entities. It could be haunted by your ancestors. Like your ancestors don't play about you. All right. You're the star. Like if they want to play, they're like, we'll play. We will absolutely play. Right. I'm getting that. All right. Look at 3 of Wands. Yeah, there's like not looking back, okay? Like they don't, it's almost like your spirit team doesn't want you to worry about it. It's handled. Your ships could be coming in here as well. Like you could be, they could have been wanting to mess with your manifestations or take your manifestations from you. But the number 3 is very significant. You're putting the past behind you regardless of what anybody else wants. Look at Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this energy is like, has narcissistic characteristics. I'm not diagnosing anybody. I'm just simply saying like, this is an energy that, you know, thinks they know it all. They're very pessimistic. They're very cutting. They're very, conniving, I'm getting, manipulative. They could be like trying to do like mind manipulation here. They could spin the story quite a bit. They could be known as a liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Someone's pants could be on fire as it relates to all their activity. 2 of Swords. Someone could not be seeing clearly. They could be affected in the mind here. Their thoughts. They're confused. Yeah, they're confused. Look at Temptation is clarifying the Knight of Wands. So yeah, there could be they could be dealing with some sort of like infection. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I am. And I'm getting like fire, okay? And then the Devil comes out, so it's clarifying a Knight of Wands for me. So I'm getting like someone feels like they're bound and stuck and confused and in an illusion. It's like they made a contract here. They made promises that they can't keep here. Look at, somebody wants to move away towards peace, towards a Queen of Cups, to try to get away from maybe this Queen of Wands, who could be working with this dark energy here, okay, using this person to conjure up and connect with dark energy, okay, because they use it to manipulate, to do harm, to lie, cheat, steal, and take what isn't theirs. This Queen of Pentacles, though, is solid. Look at that throne. Like, it goes back a long time. Okay, very resourceful. Like somebody may want to bring something to you, or you have something that somebody wants. You have some sort of ability or gift or something you've created is very stable and secure, and someone's jealous of it and they want it for themselves. So they could copy your stuff. They could be a copycat. They could be one of those like trolls on your page if you have a page. Take it how it might resonate. It could just be somebody who's jealous and envious of your stability, security, and like the Queen of Pentacles is resourceful, respected. People respect you, and maybe they don't respect this other person, this Queen of Wands. All right. Four of Wands and 6 of Cups. Let's see what we got. We got 4 more cards here. Where are they going? Ooh, well, we have a king and a queen. Okay, so that is somebody coming into your reality that wants to create and maybe even give you some sort of kind gesture here. So someone could be coming in that wants to be a provider. They see something in you that they see in themselves, right? Of value and of worth. Okay, so I feel like the purpose of this is to understand one's value and worth, and that it's not defined by the material, okay? It's defined by love. Love is the answer, okay? Divine love, okay? Ace of Cups, the sun, this is strong God presence, okay? And what no longer serves you, right, is leading you straight to like heaven on earth, milk and honey, okay? So someone's being asked to leave the pain behind, right? The unfulfilled dreams, because there's something far better for you. And I'm getting it could be this King and Queen of Pentacles here. And this could be like a past life soulmate here that they may be very, I feel like you're very giving and I feel like they're also very giving. So there's this like reciprocation energy that I'm getting. And then with this Eight of Cups, it's kind of like leaving all of this behind once and for all and choosing your purpose, your path, you're the sacred vessel. You're the one who's holding this sacred energy. Like, you work for God. You're one of the chosen, if you relate with that. This is someone who's, you know, meant to plant seeds and nurture them and help them grow. So this would be like new earth energy. So you could be like a new earth creator. And if you resonate with that, but it doesn't have to be that. It can just be like you walk in the light. You are a light worker. You are somebody who you hold divine love, unconditional love, right? And this energy, these energies don't have love for themselves. And so they've been trying to siphon off of your energy and they no longer can, right? So they're having to deal with the consequences of their actions in hopes that they, you know, find love for themselves. Like, you can't love other people if you don't love yourself, because then you don't know what love is, right? So how can you expect to have balance in your life if everything is false? It's like a false sense of security, okay? I'm getting that. All right, we're going to get a couple more cards here and see. Man, I be doing these long videos. Sorry, y'all. I might break this up into 2 parts. So, if there's a part 2, that's why. All right. Let's see. All right, so there is prison, either physical or spiritual, playing out here as part of consequences of their actions. Clarifying, yeah, your soulmate twin flame is on the way. That's that 4 of Wands. You're being guided towards your destined path and purpose. That's the 3 of Wands. There was third-party karmic energy involved. That's that 5 of Wands and the 3 of Swords and the 3 of Cups in reverse. Okay, thank you. All right, there was addictions, or like, not was, there are addictions: alcohol, drugs, sex, gambling, and money. Okay, I'm getting like, yeah, like, I'm getting like debauchery. I'm getting like sexcapades. I'm getting like sex magic, okay, to somehow use and abuse people. And they could be doing this all under the influence. I was seeing like the 9 of Cups, right? Like, someone could be heavily in their addictions. I have the confirming that you're a light worker, healer, empath, and this is why this devil energy is out here, right? It's part of your purpose is to be put in these places so that you can illuminate and hopefully create change. Something's happening in the near future. What's this? You're like the light in the dark cave. They want you to pray more. Thank you. What's happening in the near future? Karma. Karma's happening in the near future. Pray for those who you have learned from. I'm getting like, this was a whole masterclass for you and for them and everybody involved. Like, everybody's going to learn something massive from this experience. Yes, confirming that there was a lack of integrity and what they did was immoral. Again, the reason why justice is out here, okay? Letting go of the pain of the past frees your soul. You could be relocating, okay, and moving in some way. You could be redoing your home, redecorating, that kind of thing. They were doing death rituals and praying for your death. All right. And then we have childhood trauma. Okay. So they were doing it from a place of childhood trauma. All right. But that 3 of Cups in the reverse, that's like a coven. Okay. That is a group that's doing like spiritual rituals. Okay. To create some sort of ending for you. But what they called into their reality is an ending for themselves. This is the opposite of, you know, this is about doing harm, okay? So, they don't fuck with the wrong one, you know? Make a wish. A wish is coming. Someone speaks to you telepathically. So your telepathic communication could be getting stronger. Yeah. There's like trying to communicate with you. This is a spiritual hater, all right? Redirect your thoughts and focus on positive thinking. All right, the angels are with you and they protect you, okay, against this spiritual haters. All right, we have take a spiritual bath and cleanse your energy. We have false feminine, low vibe, watch for red flags. I'm getting that's the Queen of Wands, who's this third party. This could be like somebody that they connected with at work, okay? A friend, like some false friend. They ended up like connecting with them at work, and then they may have taken it further than that. This could be masculine or feminine, okay? So I say Queen of Wands, but it doesn't have to be an actual woman. Yeah, I feel like someone also is dealing with karmic family members here. So they may have involved their family members to come after you. Okay, part of their karma is dealing with the devil, the Knight of Wands, STDs and spiritual disease, and that is divine justice. And it's as it relates to like universal law playing out here. Because the energy that they were sending out and conjuring up isn't coming to you. It's heading right back to them. All right. So if they were trying to like, I was at like 4 of Swords energy over here. So yeah, divine justice is playing out here with this. All right. So yeah, someone is realizing now they've been sleeping with the enemy the entire time. They thought that this person was their person. That person was playing a game the whole time. And yeah. Yep. Earth Angel. Special mission here. Yep. Immoral and lacked integrity here. So you might come across people and, you know, universal law plays out because that's how you operate, right? Like you're not going to match the energy that they put out. So that energy is going to be like magnetized to where it is matched. Universal law. Divine feminine, okay? Empress energy. So it's like law of cause and effect. Remember I was getting like they're wearing a mask, okay? Deception, betrayal, they're a liar, and someone's a stalker, social media troll. All right, so a lot of what they've been doing behind the scenes is illegal, okay? And you can prosecute, okay, and sue them if you want. They're dealing with legal issues, so I feel like it's being handled, okay? It's being handled. There's that fake wearing a mask energy. All right. Toxic workspace. So they might have done something at work. I was getting like this karmic energy. I feel like they know them. Okay. Potentially from work. And this person could have had some sort of like position here at work that someone abused their position at work. All right. And it could have something to do with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sag. Or they could be dealing with legal issues as it relates to a fire sign. All right. God's wrath and judgment is playing out here. Right. And then there's, again, ego death. I was picking up on that. Thank you, Spirit. And then past loved ones visit you while you sleep. So, yeah. I'm getting like this, the slander, the lies, the spreading of misinformation is happening to them now. Right? I'm getting that there's a tower moment playing out here. While they fall, you rise. Okay? Abundance, financial stability, and blessings coming your way. I feel like they worked with others to create chaos and conflict for you. All right. I was getting a gold digger energy. It's here. All right. You could be going away on a trip or a vacation or just taking a break and removing your energy from people because you need to rest. All right. You've been through quite a bit and this is your time to rest and recuperate. So if you're being guided to like unplug, you know, not be available for everybody, then do that because that is self-love and self-care and you deserve that. You're prioritizing yourself, okay, in the situation, not in a selfish way, but in a self-care way, okay? Very important. We're going to get a couple signs and numbers or letters or whatever and close the reading out. I know I made a mess, but we'll deal with it. All right, what are some of the signs related to this reading, please? If we haven't already covered them. Okay, we have Taurus. We have Aries. Sagittarius. Cancer, Scorpio, Libra, Pisces, Capricorn, Virgo, Mercury. Gemini. All right, let's get some letters. I have an A. I have a J. I have an I. I have an H. I have a Q. First, middle, or last. I have a G. Whoops. I have a Z. I have a V. First, middle, last. We have an M, we have an H, we have a B, an L, a P, a U, an S, Is that it? That's it. A Y and a D here, but it didn't come out officially. Only take what resonates here, leave the rest. If your sign, letter isn't a match, don't worry about it. You'll know if this reading is for you regardless, but sometimes we need a bit of clarification, okay? I wish you guys the best. I'm going to keep the messages coming as they're meant to be shared, okay? Give me a like, share, and comment. Support the channel. Allows me to continue what I'm doing, and I appreciate you guys. I, love what I do what I love, okay? I hope you guys have the best day, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye now.